Yep. Making sure the mic is on. Cleaning up a little bit. We will, oh darn, wait for everybody to get on. I got Crystal joining me.
Oh.
I need to get my water.
All right, guys. Let's see what's going on here.
Check this thing out real quick.
Huh. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we are.
I heard us. So we're working.
Too.
Thanks for watching us. Let me get my water because I left that over here.
All right.
Behind the scenes. Water. I left that over here.
All right.
Behind the scenes.
Okay, good. This is making sure the microphones were working. We got an exciting live for you today. It's because I'm here. It is because I'm here.
Oh, this one's wet. If you were watching last time and just double checking we had the shoelace that we're using to water, and it's actually this one. So one of them was not wet, but this one worked. It's wet all the way. And show. Yeah, see. So this one worked, but the other rope that I used wasn't as good as this one. Whoops.
What? You're getting water all over the script.
Oh.
That I spent a long time cultivating for you.
Let me clean this up. All right, so I think we're about ready. Oh, there's not a lot of space. Are we both in here? If I stand here?
We're both in. Do you see? There's a screen.
I'm checking.
There you are.
So I need this space.
Yep, you need that space, and I need this space.
Dang it. I'm used to being all by myself.
Sorry. I am just making sure.
So, okay. 1 second, hold on. Here we go. We're getting going.
We are 30 minutes earlier than usual, so we might be throwing a couple people off, but we needed to go a little earlier today. So if you are watching the playback, you can just skip all this waiting. All right, I'm trying to make sure that I have this set up good. Okay. All right, so I think people are on now, and we probably should introduce ourselves again. Hi, I'm Crystal.
And I'm David.
And we're the Plant Bar.
Yeah.
Thanks. And today we're going to be deciding if AI is smarter than us by letting it answer some plant questions and decide what we should do in concerns of like care or placement, all kinds of different fun things. So I got to pull up ChatGPT right now so that we have it open so we can ask it a question and then we'll relay the answer.
All right. So it's are we smarter than ChatGPT? So we, I mean, you guys,
us,
and us,
yeah,
together, can we outsmart ChatGPT? So we gave it some multiple choice questions.
We sure did.
And then
we are going to ask it questions live on the live. We have Jay Hathaway. Hi. What is your favorite plant? I know what mine is. Do you know what yours is? That's a hard question for David, I'm sure.
I have plenty.
I like Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese is my favorite plant. But hello, everybody. Please tell us where you're watching from. We love to know where people are tuning in from. We are in beautiful Hawaii, so it's still daytime here and hot and sunny.
It's a hot, sunny day.
It's a little breezy.
A little bit of a breeze.
Little breeze.
My favorite plant is for right now.
Sure. What's your favorite plant right now?
It depends on the day.
That's like asking me what my favorite band is or my favorite song.
Yeah, so
it's never going to be one. It's going to be whatever it is right.
For today, I've been having fun fussing around with their Florida. Maybe not even the ghost. Philodendron Florida, just a regular green one that's got the stem is a little smaller than usual. It's a hybrid, so it vines out. I don't have one back here, so not helping any. But I just got a
You
really
don't have
nice.
your favorite plant back here?
No, it is. It's over there though. I just put it as part of my fish tank,
Oh,
so
wow.
it's you can't see it, but we have my planted tank is coming along. It's got fish in it now, and I'll have to film it a little bit. But we have fish. It's not like it was, and now I've got plants, so it's coming in nicely.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. So what we're gonna need your guys' help. So hang out, pay attention. We're going to be trying to work together and try to beat AI today, right?
Yeah,
Did I say it right?
we're gonna see if uh, ChatGPT, whether or not it can outsmart plant lovers like us. So we have some questions. The way it's going to work is we'll read a plant scenario with 4 choices. Then we'll have ChatGPT answer the question or whatever the scenario is, and then we will vote and decide if we agree or disagree with ChatGPT.
Okay, that's what I'm doing.
And then we'll weigh in on our own opinions as plant people.
Okay, so who's reading?
Oh, hi from San Antonio, Texas. What's up?
Hello. Who's reading?
So you read and I will answer. I will type. I'm on ChatGPT right now.
Okay, so I'm going to read the scenario.
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT is going to tell its answer, and then all of you are going to vote in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
And the vote is.
Hold on. Wait, what?
Oh, don't I do that?
Yeah, A B C D. You can just question 1. Just read it.
Oh, so today was Tuesday. I hope everybody had a really good weekend. I know it's Tuesday, but it's actually Monday. Hope everybody had a good time. I had a great weekend. Lots of graduations, parties, and all that stuff. But today is definitely a case of the Mondays for me personally. So I've been trying to reel in, catch up, just trying to get everything done. And so I didn't have Crystal spent a lot of time getting this all together, and so I didn't have enough time to read through and understand what my assignment was.
You're fine.
So I appreciate her help.
All I want
but
you
I'm
to
gonna do my best
is
here.
read the topic and read the question and the answer and the options. And then I gave that to ChatGPT already, and I'm going to submit it, and we're going to get what their answer is, and then we're going to get their answers too. And we can
Okay.
decide: do we want their answers first or ChatGPT's answer first? What do you think?
Theirs.
Okay, I want your
Yeah.
answers first. Yeah, I agree.
We'll need there. And we'll see how it
and
all
then
plays out.
we'll see what happens. Okay, so ask the question.
So, question number 1. I have another question before question 1.
Oh my gosh.
Do you guys trust ChatGPT? Yes, no.
Yeah, let's answer that question.
How much
first.
Trust do you have in it?
Do you think ChatGPT knows it all, or do you think maybe it's not as
What's
smart?
your hypothesis?
Let's see.
And then we'll get going.
I swear.
While you guys are answering that, checking in from last time we did these. This is the little water bottle that I made with the little hole in it to. Let's see if anybody following along. This is going to be a follow along thing. Oh yeah, it's staying nice and wet.
Okay.
So this is working. Yay!
So you answered you asked for if it's smart or not. Okay. No. Okay. We got a no, but good source of info. I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah, you got to double check it. I agree with
Yes.
that. Like I will use it to create a different perspective, maybe than my own.
Yeah.
But you got to double check those sources, is my opinion. There's little links in there, and you got to double check.
ChatGPT gives a good jumping start because, like, my day job, I'm a game developer, and I have to create a lot of content. And ChatGPT is a great source for me to start, but I cannot rely on it, especially like when I know something and I see that it gives me the wrong answer. I'm like, yikes! How many times has it given me the wrong answer and I forgot to double check? Always double check ChatGPT. But we're gonna see how well ChatGPT knows plants
Okay.
against us, the plant lovers. Okay,
Question
one.
number 1, watering after rain. So it's been a rainy week and my monstera soil is damp. What should I do?
Give the options.
Oh yeah. So it's A, B, C, or D. So A, water it anyway. B, move it under a grow light. C, skip watering and check again in 2 days. D, repot with dry soil. So I guess this is we only have these answers to use.
Mhm.
Okay.
You may have a different answer
Okay.
at the end, but let's just see.
So it's been a rainy week and my monstera soil is damp. What should I do? A, water it anyway. B, move it under a grow light. C, skip watering and check back in 2 days. Or D, repot with dry soil.
So let's discuss. What do you think?
Well, I'm going to say A seems maybe like the bad idea.
Water it anyway. What would happen
Well, I guess
if it's super damp and you water it anyway?
it depends on where it's at. Where is this?
It doesn't say.
If it's a rainy week and it's inside, it doesn't matter. You got to water it.
I'm assuming it's a rainy week and it's outside.
Okay, your monstera is outside.
Okay, Lane says C.
I was just trying to play the
C. Skip watering and check again in 2 days.
Okay. So I would say definitely if it's outside, you wouldn't water it anyways. So you
No.
get a day off from watering.
Yep.
That's going to be.
Would you check it again in 2 days? I guess it depends where you live.
Move it under a grow light. If it's outside, I don't think that you need to do that.
No.
Repot with dry soil. You could do that.
You could do
and
that.
then it wouldn't be wet anymore.
Wouldn't it stress out the plant maybe though?
Definitely would stress out
Yeah,
the
it's
plant.
kind of not a good idea.
That would be.
Okay, so what do you think ChatGPT said?
Well, what do I think?
Lane said C. What did we say?
I keep hitting this thing.
Don't hit your microphone.
Sorry, not sure if you can hear it.
I'm sure they can.
So what did I think?
Yeah, what did you think? Which one would you have picked?
The ChatGPT?
No, you. What would you pick?
E.
What's E?
I would skip watering.
So that's C.
But I wouldn't check it again in 2 days.
So
It's
he would skip watering, but not check it again in 2 days.
I'd be the lazy plant dad, and I'd be like, skip. Maybe next week I'll check on you.
Hopefully it's gonna be okay. ChatGPT also said C, skip watering and check again in 2 days. And then it says, it gave us a little more. If the soil is still damp, watering again could lead to root rot. Monsteras like to dry out a bit between waterings, especially after consistent rain. Checking again in a couple days lets you avoid overwatering without stressing the plant. So ChatGPT is not dumb. That was a pretty good answer.
It's all right. No,
Hi, good. Jen.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. If you're just tuning in, we're playing a game. We need your guys' help.
Yes.
So I'll be reading a question. We've entered it into ChatGPT, and we want to hear what you guys think the answer is, and we're going to see how much ChatGPT knows, and see if so you and us, are smarter than ChatGPT.
We were supposed to have the monstera out. It's fine. It's fine.
You want me to show it?
In case you don't know what a monstera is,
just so you can
it's
see
on the
it.
table.
Duh. What?
It's on the table.
I have one right here.
I'm sure everybody probably knows.
What kind of monstera
bring the big one? I had a little one. I had an elbow.
Big one.
I had the cool one. I had the elbow on the table picked out for this question.
Split leaf. We're going split leaf.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll put this one out here.
Okay.
Does this stay in there? Can you see it?
No, you can't. I don't think that's going to stay there. That's fine. Okay, so now we're going to move on to question 2.
Was I supposed to have something for this one?
No, there's a lot of plants. You could bring all those plants out.
No, I don't know.
That's a lot of plants.
Okay.
I did provide them all. They're all on the table.
Oh, you wanted to bring them then?
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, we got to have these. Okay. What did we have? Little leaves, easy, snake plant, kill it. Oh.
So we've got question number 2. So if you're just tuning in, we are testing to see if ChatGPT is smarter than us as plant lovers. does ChatGPT know how to take care of plants? So far, I think it's doing okay. David says, iffy. I've got a ZZ plant here. Hey, this is hardy plant. We got the Calathea, our drama queen. What else would we doing? I need a snake plant and a fiddly fig. Okay, it's becoming a jungle in here. Okay,
Fiddly fig.
one more plant.
Oh, I got one of those right here.
Now he's bringing me a ton of plants. So got snake plants. Can't see the ZZ. ZZ plants. Okay, that you're my gosh, you're killing things now.
All right, there's the snake plant. I mean, there's that guy.
I'm in the jungle.
Okay,
now.
hang on. I just wanted to bring them so they could see what the options are.
Let me just ask the question so that we can get that going while you do that. Okay, so this question 2, the title is Best Plant for Low Light Office. So we're going to ask ChatGPT, which plant would thrive in a windowless office? A fiddly fig, B, a ZZ plant, C, a snake plant, or D, a Calathea? Calathea, yeah.
Okay, so your options are A. What is it, A?
I just said it.
Fiddly fig, which is up here.
Fiddly fig.
I'm going to move this one.
That one's too big to go in.
It's just fun to do it.
A fiddly fig, B, a ZZ plant, C, a snake plant, or D, a Calathea. So I just asked ChatGPT this question and instantly it gave me an answer. I don't really think that we would get an answer instantly.
So what's your answer? So windowless office.
Lane says
what you said?
B, ZZ plant.
Okay. So we got one for ZZ.
What would we pick?
Okay, so we have a windowless office. What kind of lighting are we talking about here?
I can say that like in our bedroom sometimes we forget to open the window. We. And this guy's happy. But this guy is too.
Well, we actually
it's kind of I feel
we
like
don't have one in our bedroom.
No, but this guy would be okay. A fiddly fig.
So it's saying thriving. Which plant would
be
thrive
in a dark room?
And so we got one
got one for B and one for C.
Okay.
So ZZ plant or snake plant. So those were like the two that I was debating between.
So my I guess if we're talking through all this, okay, we got a windowless office. Do we have fluorescence over the top? There's more to this. I would have been like, I'm ChatGPT. I have more questions.
Yeah, see,
like a lawyer.
I can tell you that ChatGPT did not ask me. Wait, what are the lighting settings in the office? It didn't ask me that.
It just I know there's no window.
It gave me an answer.
But what if I have a plant light already in there, or I got fluorescence?
Let's presume you have no plant light and it's just a regular office, so it's probably got those horrible lights in the ceiling.
So in our bathrooms that we stage plants in, what plant do we always use when everything else is going south?
That's amazing, Lane. I have a 51-year-old snake plant.
That's pretty cool.
That's rad. That is super cool. Has it been like passed down generation to generation?
So it's definitely flowered then.
It's amazing.
I would say, right? A lot of people don't ever see the snake plant flowers. They smell really, really, really good.
That's super cool.
I don't have any flowering right now. It's just passed. But is yours flowering?
Do you have a picture? Send it to us. We'd love to see it. That's super cool. I love it. Okay,
yeah, so keeping going. So in we stage some plants in different houses that are for sale and different clients. And sometimes they want plants in the bathroom, but the bathroom has 0 windows, and we're not putting in extra lighting or doing anything like that. So there is one plant that I always, when all else fails, because we cheat, we'll put stuff that shouldn't be somewhere for a little while and then switch them out, take them back to the greenhouse and do that thing. But there is one plant that we always
has flowers.
Nice. Yeah, they smell so good.
That's
the flowers on the Sansevieria smell better than a gardenia, jasmine.
I don't think I've ever smelled one.
You haven't?
No.
Oh.
No,
We had one in the front of the house.
you failed me, husband.
I should have pointed it out.
Probably.
Hey,
Probably.
the snake. It's a cylindrical. We have a
So in
cylindrical
this
snake plant.
relationship, this is the plant person. I am just the supportive, which means I would kill all the plants.
No, there's one plant you won't kill. Can't kill it.
Okay.
And so
Sure.
my answer for, oh yeah, we're all in question 2. Oh boy.
What? I moved question 2. It's right
Question
here.
2, my answer is going to be B, ZZ plant, because this thing is like indestructible. So it said thrive. So the key word is thrive.
Yeah.
So full sun, no sun, windowless, draft, hot, all the, you overwatered it, you underwatered it, you neglected it, whatever.
So what you're saying is we need to put ZZ plants throughout that whole house. That's always hot and no airflow.
We did do that.
Okay.
Started pulling out the cool stuff, and it just became lots of ZZ plants.
So ChatGPT is doing pretty good right now because ChatGPT also said B, ZZ plants. It says ZZ plants are champs in low light environments, even windowless spaces. They tolerate neglect, low humidity, and artificial light better than the others on this list. Snake plants, C, are a close second, but generally appreciate at least some indirect light to thrive.
Yeah, so snake plant is
ChatGPT is not looking so dumb right now.
A good close second. But yeah, it can, if you overwater a snake plant inside, especially where there's no windows, you can rot it out. So really, snake plants inside, you could put it in a dark room, but you've got to water it less, and then it'll change the way it's growing.
Yes, Jen, get a ZZ plant.
Yeah, you can get a little one, and then you can get a bigger one. Yeah. And then there's a black one.
She made it like it's sleeping. ZZ. That's funny. Okay, so I pulled out a ton of questions for ChatGPT. So we don't actually have to go directly down a list. These might be too easy.
No.
Do we have harder ones that maybe?
Well, we'll just go down the thing. Number 3.
All right.
Let me give myself some space
All right.
here.
Number 3. You found fungus gnats. You spot fungus gnats around your pothos.
Not my pothos.
There she is. Beautiful. And we still have a water bottle in there. Is that from last week's live?
Yeah, when you were doing the thing I described, I talked about it.
Okay, see, I wasn't paying attention.
I kept it in there. It's doing happy.
So it says you spot fungus gnats around your pothos. What do you do first? A, water less and let soil dry. B, spray with hydrogen peroxide or some kind of treatment. C, stick a yellow sticky trap. Or D, repot immediately.
Okay, so you have fungus gnats around your pothos. What do you do first? First thing you do, I guess.
What do you do first?
First thing, water less and let soil dry. Spray with hydrogen peroxide.
This is a tricky question.
Stick a yellow sticky trap so you have the little. Or D, repot immediately. Okay, I got my answer.
So what do you do first? Lane says C.
Okay, we got one for C. We're catching the bugs.
Yellow sticky trap. Catch the
bugs. Catch the bugs.
You know, I don't know. Do we have sticky trap?
Not here, no.
I don't think we have sticky trap.
There's a reason, but we won't get into that.
Okay. Well, we're going to get it.
Why I wouldn't need them?
Well, okay.
Sorry, guys. That was rude.
Yeah, that was rude. That was like very pompous. My goodness. Ignore David.
I can give you guys all the tips on how not to have this happen, but it does happen all the time. We actually did have one. We did one. Are we getting answers?
Yep.
We did do a thing.
We did a test.
Yeah, because I had these. These are on the bottom of a growing area, so every time everything got watered, they stayed watered, and we used cinnamon and turmeric from some. Cinnamon we used as one of our ideas, and then the turmeric was another one. So checking back in, the turmeric worked, but then this thing like dried out. It's got one little root on there. So, but there's no more bugs in here. The other tea leaf that we had grew. It's up.
So we have vote for B and C.
Okay, so first
Mm.
thing we're saying B, spray with hydrogen peroxide,
Or C,
or C,
stick a yellow sticky trap.
right? All right. So we got.
I think we're gonna get
we-
everybody's gonna get different answers across the board. I think. So, what's your answer?
Mine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a doctor, but I'm not a Western doctor.
He's not a doctor.
I'm an Eastern doctor.
Okay.
So I don't want to mask the symptoms. I want to get to the root of the problem.
Usually me smart.
I'm getting to the root of the problem. And there's
root of the problem. Okay, what's your answer?
the root of the problem
I shouldn't like you.
the root of the problem lies in the amount of watering that you've been giving the plant or where it's at. But it all ends up with the water. So you need to water less.
Ooh.
Do that first. But I would have more questions.
So Lane says they use rainwater and that has mosquito dunks. Seems to work well.
Yeah, that's BT. So the BT is a secret. It's Bacillus dun. If I was a real doctor, I'd be able to say that word.
Yeah, he doesn't know the word, so I guess he's not a real doctor now, is he?
I'm not.
I like this. This is funny.
But okay, so yeah, the mosquito dunks, you can get those at any hardware store. If you've got mosquitoes around, you got like they can breed in a thimble of water, but you can just put those little mosquito dunks. So all of our tea leaf buckets, so we propagate tea leaf by just putting it in rainwater, similar, and they got to have the BT in there, or I'm breeding mosquitoes, and then Crystal's getting bit, and I'm asking her why they're all over her.
Yeah, he's like, we don't have any bugs. I'm
So
lies.
So what we got? C, we got B. I'm
and you said A.
but I wouldn't just say A. I would say A, B, D, depending on the severity. Maybe C, but I wouldn't. So B and C are masking what's wrong. So we're just gonna catch the little guys.
Yeah.
But we got
to. It's a Band-Aid.
B, taking it one step further. So now hydrogen peroxide kills the larva. So in case you didn't know, all the fungal gnats are down and they're feeding on decaying matter in the soil.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because we've overwatered. And then once they're in there, the larva just their cycle's like, I don't know, 3 days. It's super quick. So they just become a lot. So, but I'm gonna say first you need to water less often for that plant that you have that with. That's my answer, I guess.
I feel like ChatGPT and you are friends or something.
We're not friends.
They're in this together.
We're not friends.
ChatGPT also said A, water less and let soil dry. Of course, I think ChatGPT doesn't know how to like go outside of the 4 options. It just gives the option.
Well, that's the thing. But the other thing too is
it could.
I would agree with ChatGPT. The first thing you would do is that. So if you've got fungus gnats flying around your plant, yes, you could get the cool little sticky trap.
There were no good choices.
You could drench the soil with the hydrogen peroxide dunk. Mm-hmm. You could drench the soil with BT because that's going to kill it too. Mm-hmm. But if you keep watering the same, they're just going to come back.
That's true.
If they're really, really bad, and you've reduced watering, you've tried BT and it's still not working, then D is the answer. Mm-hmm. But it's not like you need heart surgery when you got indigestion. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. That would be the end all be all, which I've done before. When we had the store in Kaka'ako, there was some plants that somebody was helping me water. That wasn't part of the staff. And so they got some extra love, and so I had to do that to a bunch.
Man, are you throwing someone under the bus right now?
It wasn't you.
No, it wasn't me. Of course it wasn't me.
But anyways, that happens. And that was out of my personal control.
It wasn't me because I wouldn't water the plants anyway.
No.
They would just get forgotten about.
No, we had a set way that we did everything.
Well, you had a set way.
What's the next one?
Okay, wait, I didn't read. So ChatGPT said A, water less and let soil dry. Fungus gnats thrive in consistently moist soil. The first and most important step is to let the top few inches of soil dry out, which disrupts their breeding cycle. sticky trap. C, help monitor and reduce adults. And hydrogen peroxide, B, can kill larvae. But it all starts with cutting back on watering. So all those answers were good.
GPT.
But ChatGPT, I think, said it a little more efficiently than you did.
Well, that's not as fun though.
Yeah, it is. Way more fun.
I like to have my way of saying things. It's more fun.
I should have been on the live more often. This is more fun for me. I get to heckle you.
That I'm glad that you're having fun.
Okay, so we're not gonna let you cheat and see the answers that
I don't cheat.
ChatGPT gives me.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Question 4. Which plant to propagate in water? I feel like we're playing Jeopardy.
Wait, what do you mean?
Which of these is easiest to propagate in water?
Okay, now I know. Okay.
So it's all the plants we had out before and one that we still have out and one here.
Which
so A, a snake plant. B, a fiddle leaf fig. C, a pothos. Or D, a ZZ plant.
So a ZZ plant and
Which one is the easiest to propagate in water? Which one won't? I'm what I want to know is which one won't propagate in water. I have a feeling I know which one.
Okay, so we've got, I'm not bringing the other one out here.
No, we're not bringing the other one. It's too big.
So that way, so we've got, which one's A?
So A is snake plant.
Oh, so A, snake plant, easiest to propagate in water amongst the 4.
B is the fiddle leaf fig, the big tall plant.
The tree.
The tree. C is the pothos.
Okay.
Or pothos, however you like to say that. Or D, ZZ plant.
All right, so put in your votes, A, B, C, or D. Lock them in. Final answer.
You know, it would be really fun. I think what we'll do, and maybe next live show, maybe the one after that, I'll let you know. So be sure to follow us because I'm going to post about it. I think it'd be fun to have a trivia with chat. And those of you that like get the answer right first, do a little plant giveaway. What do you think?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I think it'd be fun. Would you guys like that? Would you guys like a little plant giveaway trivia?
I have a lot of plants to give away.
We had so much fun on the cruise playing trivia games every night, and winning prizes. I guess we didn't win big prizes.
What's over there? Okay.
We didn't win plant prizes.
No, medal.
Cool medals. Actually, I won a trophy.
Crystal did win a trophy.
So right now, chat is the same. They want pothos to win.
Pothos.
They vote the pothos as being the best, easiest to propagate in water. I agree.
Why?
I don't know. Because it doesn't die. This thing is like, you can beat the crap out of this plant.
This is the one that doesn't die.
Okay.
Right here.
But that's this. Okay, wait. We didn't team these two up in that question.
Oh.
Would this one still have won against this one?
Yeah, ZZ plant win.
In the dark. Okay.
It'll win.
We're not talking about being in the dark. We're talking about
it'll win in every
propagating in water. And chat is voting for the pothos.
Take ZZ plant to Mars. It'll live there too.
Did you see those videos of Mars on the internet recently?
No.
It was super cool.
Did it have plants?
No.
What kind of plants you growing on Mars?
Mars just looked like Arizona, like Tucson.
Tucson. That's
death.
Yeah, I was gonna say something nicer.
Death.
I was gonna have something nice to say for Tucson.
Oh.
For once.
So was I mean? I wasn't being mean. It just looked like an ugly desert. So.
Desert's pretty.
Okay, what's your vote?
Okay, my vote is pothos.
All right. What do we think ChatGPT said? This one was kind of easy.
Yeah, but then we're gonna say why.
Okay, we are gonna say why.
So I'm sure that I'm gonna say they said Chat, whatever their name is.
Chats GPT. I know it needs a better name. There are other AI services we could have used. I think ones like Gemini or
they came up with cooler names.
They have way better names than ChatGPT. ChatGPT said, "My answer is C, pothos. Pothos is one of the easiest plants to propagate in water. Just snip a vine below a node, drop it in water, and roots will start to grow within days. The others can be propagated, but they're slower or more finicky." It actually did not tell us why. So are you going to tell us why? Because it didn't tell us why. Do you want me to ask it, well, why?
Well, I know why, but I don't have the scientific words for it. But pothos releases, so you guys are all right. You got one. Unfortunately, we
They
didn't.
they got more than
But
one.
unfortunately, we didn't get above this ChatGPT.
Okay, so ChatGPT is actually smarter than us at this very moment because it is going to tell us why.
No,
Does
I'm going to
anybody
tell
know
you
why?
why. So
Okay, I want to hear what your why is.
So whenever you want to increase the probability of something else to root quicker in water, you always add pothos to that water, because pothos releases the whatever the scientific term is for the plant to start to root in water. It releases excess of that particular hormone or whatever it is. ChatGPT is probably going to tell me what it is. But so whenever you're propagating, if you've got extra pothos laying around, you should always put it in the same little tube, same little cup, whatever, and it'll encourage the others to root faster.
Okay, it actually gives a lot of information. It has visible nodes. These little bumps along the vine are where roots naturally grow, making it super simple to cut just below a node and get rooting started quickly. It has soft stems root faster.
Yeah.
Unlike thicker woody plants like the fiddle-leaf fig or the snake plant, pothos have flexible, soft stems that root rapidly in water. 3. Low risk of rot. Pothos handles sitting in water well and is less prone to rot during the process compared to other plants. And 4. No special conditions are needed. It doesn't need high humidity, rooting hormone, or intense light, just clean water and a bit of patience.
It didn't even answer the question.
In short, it's forgiving, fast, and practically made for beginners.
ChatGPT failed us. It didn't even answer it.
I mean,
yes, it is.
It didn't give you the science of it.
No.
Do you want me to ask it what's the science of it?
No, we're gonna move on unless
Okay.
you guys want to know. We'll.
Okay.
It is true. ChatGPT didn't know it. Take pothos, put it in your water cuttings, and it will make everything else grow roots quicker because of that X hormone. I'm gonna call it. I don't know what it's called.
I want to go. We have these bonus questions that I think are a little bit interesting, and I want to jump into some of these.
Ooh, pressure's on.
Okay. So
bonus question.
These are bonus questions because we've got a little bit of time. We have 22 minutes. We usually go live for an hour. So I think we've been live for 38 minutes. So I want to jump into a couple of these extra questions that I added.
Okay, I have my thinking cap on.
Okay, so I need you to pick a plant.
Pick a plant. From where?
Anywhere.
Any plant?
Any plant.
What kind of plant does it need to be?
Well, I guess I can ask you the question. But no, I feel like if I give you the question, then it gives you like way too much advantage. But give me a finicky plant. I want a hard plant. Finicky, difficult plant.
Finicky plant. Okay. Hold on.
Here, calathea.
I saw stuff.
Calathea.
Definitely not.
Let's go with the
ZZ
calathea. Calathea.
Definitely not snake plant.
No, I want the calathea.
But this one's pretty finicky. Right. Actually, wait. I got one.
What? No.
It's a calathea.
Okay, I want a calathea.
It's the finickiest plant we have. I hate it.
What kind of calathea? Oh, that one.
The white fusion. This is a love-hate relationship.
Okay, the question is, misting or bottom watering of the white fusion calathea? Should you mist it? I feel like that's not enough options. Should it be misting, regular watering, top watering, or bottom watering?
You can see this thing's just constantly dying.
Am I asking that question right?
Yeah, well, what are the A, B, C, D, blah, blah,
Those are your options.
A is what?
Misting, top watering, or bottom watering of a white fusion calathea. What would you suggest? Hello, thanks for joining us. We are playing a game with ChatGPT to see if it's smarter than us plant lovers, or just to see if it can measure up and hold water when it comes to figuring out how to take care of these plants. So right now we are trying to figure out whether or not this particular plant, it's a calathea, but it's a white fusion calathea, if it is better to top water bottom water or mist? And you're not looking at the answers.
I was seeing who said hi.
Oh.
Zurieta.
Is that how you say it?
I probably botched your name, but maybe not.
Zurieta.
I made it Spanish. Sorry.
Where are you watching
I grew up
from?
on the border
Yeah.
of Yuma, Arizona, Mexico,
Okay.
and Arizona and California.
We
so
have a vote for bottom watering.
everything is Spanish.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. ChatGPT is trying to be a smart aleck. It must be listening to us. Gave us all kinds of information on that question.
Oh, now it's like, oh, wait.
Oh, I think it's because I asked it more questions on the last question, so now it's providing more information, which I notice it does when you
It's
do
learning from
that.
you.
It's learning from me.
Okay, so we said a mist. So what would you do with the Calathea
So,
White Fusion?
Lane picked bottom water.
So we got a mist. Or are you just misting, bottom water, top water?
Yeah, and there's no ABRC.
And
We're not
that's
doing
it.
ABRC on this one. Yeah, misting, bottom watering,
Mist.
or top watering.
Misting.
Top watering is what we do with most of our plants.
Misting.
You are spraying it with the spray.
And leaf and tonic.
That's not misting it.
It's misting it.
Sure.
There's rainwater in there.
Is that your vote?
No.
Do you mist your calatheas every week?
I hate this thing.
Yeah, he really Hey, you know what? It used to look way worse. I wonder, do we have a picture of the original? I hope you took
I could
one.
find one of his cousins.
We need to take a picture of the original because it looked like heck. Okay. So what are you saying so I can read what chat said, ChatGPT?
It's going to, I mean, okay, I got to pick one, or I can say, like, depending on this.
Well, that's how ChatGPT depended on, but it was like recommended was first. ChatGPT gave us a recommended, optional, and then only if careful was what it broke it down into.
All right, so here's what I'm going to say. If you have some of these plants, once you put it in a spot and it's happy, don't move it. That's number one. That has nothing to do with watering. Okay, so
this is gonna be so fun to edit later.
All right, so I would say, when in doubt, for these particular plants,
pinky out.
Yeah, I would bottom water it if I was trying to.
Actually, it's when in doubt, don't go out.
Don't flood the tops.
Yeah. Don't flood the top. So what you're saying is don't top water.
Especially inside.
Okay.
So I'm going to say, yeah, I wouldn't top water. I would bottom water it. And I wouldn't mist it, to be honest.
Can I say what ChatGPT said?
We got one bottom water. So me and Lane are together here.
Yep. You and Lane are on the same team.
What does ChatGPT
say? Okay, ChatGPT says bottom watering and occasional misting, but not too much. And here's why. Now it's giving us the why. Bottom watering recommended prevents water from sitting on sensitive leaves, which can cause spotting or mildew. Encourages the root to grow downward. Helps avoid root rot if you let the top few inches dry out before rewatering. Then it says misting optional but lightly. White fusion likes high humidity, but misting too often can cause fungal issues on the variegated leaves. Instead, try humidifier or place the pot on a pebble tray with water for consistent ambient humidity. And that's what Lane said. Lane said, add pebbles or gravel to water tray to keep humidity up.
Yeah, we did that.
Good job, Lane.
You're on it.
You're a bomb.
We're partners.
Do you want a job?
So we.
Oh, hi, Renee. I know. She's like, wait a second. You guys are on already. We went on earlier today.
We have a birthday party to go to in town, and so I was forced to go on early.
We have kids who have their last days of school this week, so we're trying to not be out super late.
School's winding down.
Got finals and all that jazz this week.
So last week we did create a pebble tray. I could go grab it.
Lane wants to work. Let's go.
All right.
Hey, I love Texas. I'll come there. My favorite band's from Texas. I actually do have a favorite band. I have a couple though.
Here's our pebble tray.
But that's probably my favorite band.
Look, pebble tray.
Oh yeah, so David did have this pebble tray from last week's live.
We actually coming back around. We actually threw a reader on there. If you guys are watching, threw a reader on there.
Oh yeah, humidity reader.
Yeah, and we went we bumped it up about 10% humidity just by having this pebble tray. As you can see, the water has all gone away. But when making a pebble tray, you want to fill this up with water to the top of the rocks, not over, not submerging it. And then you'd set your plants on top. And that will give, only right here, you're going to get about 10% extra humidity. Mm-hmm. But bottom water, they were right. However, if you live in a high humidity area, you can get away with top watering calathea, and you're going to water them more often, especially when they're outside. I guess only when they're outside would you top water all the time.
This is
and I don't miss nothing.
So my guess is that you have a lot of conflicting opinions.
Well, it depends
if
on
ChatGPT,
where you're at.
I guess I didn't ask ChatGPT like, what if I'm here or what if I'm there? It might have given me a different answer. It would be like, you're very right. You know, when you tell
yeah,
us
so it depends. It depends on where you're at. So, what part of Texas we got? Where's he at?
Where are you from again, Lane? Sorry, San Antonio. Well, that's the one I liked, right? Was it San Antonio?
Yep, the rolling hills between San Antonio and Houston.
That's where they had fireworks. Is that where the guy with the big hat fireworks?
Yep, you probably know the name of it. But the rolling hills are beautiful.
Oh, it's so great.
And then yeah, one of my favorite trees is native there. It's the western redbud. I don't know. It probably already flowered. It's got the little pink flowers on the stems.
I don't think I read this part though. So ChatGPT has a like circle with an X. It says top watering only if careful. If you do it, avoid getting water on the leaves. Use filtered or distilled water since calatheas are sensitive to chlorine and fluoride. So yeah.
Yeah, they're a pain.
Very, very good. Fiesta, Texas.
So that's where the Six Flags is.
Is it?
Six Flags there.
Oh, I want to
come. But this is like, it was like, this was a plant I wanted forever. And then I got some and I propagated them and I started growing them and here. And I said, no, we still have them on the mainland. You can buy them from us. It'll be, if you want something fun and difficult, get one of these.
All right. I have another question.
Bonus.
That I think might have differing opinions.
Okay, bonus round. Bonus question. Here we go.
Well, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer here, though. I think it's preference, maybe.
Okay, I'm waiting.
All right, hold on.
Are you guys ready?
Are you ready?
Ready for the question.
Sound like Chris Angel for a minute. Okay. Prune yellow leaves or let them drop naturally? Is that a conflicting question?
I'll probably lose this one.
You're gonna lose this one?
Yeah, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen ya. I don't know. Don't cheat though. Don't look at ChatGPT. So do you prune yellow leaves or do you let them drop naturally? Does it depend on the plant? Does it depend on the plant? Because I've seen you do some fancy things where you're like, hey, buddy, and then you just like make a new leaf.
Like this one right here?
Yeah. Are you going to make a new leaf or are you going to just let it do its thing? Or figure out what's wrong with it? I feel like sometimes
they got too many problems. We just let them live out their life with their problems.
Lane says prune them.
Okay.
And Renee says prune. Why make plants struggle?
Sometimes you got to teach them a lesson.
Oh, really?
You better get with the program. You take what I'm giving you. That's it. You take my fluoride, chlorine infested water and you live on it.
So, okay.
All right. So we got two.
They're both saying prune. What are you saying? Are you just going to be difficult and be opposite?
Well, no. I'm not going to be opposite. That's why I said I was probably going to get it wrong because I'm always cleaning up the plants. So I would technically, I say all these things going away.
He's pruning it off. So if
it's too much, then the whole thing's coming off. And
I'm curious to know if people out there just let their plants be. So is that like the hippie way versus the non-hippie way?
Right?
Chop it off or let it fall naturally.
Let it fall. I mean, I guess so. There is dependence, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna cut it off. And final answer: cutting it off.
I think we had an overall consensus, and guess what? ChatGPT is the same. It says don't wait for them to drop naturally. Here's why. Here is why. Do you have a why? Before I tell them the why?
No, I just listen. I have whys. I have lots of whys.
Well,
but-
it says it removes dead weight. Yellowing leaves no longer serve the plant, so trimming them lets the plant redirect energy to healthy growth.
Yes.
Prevents pests and rot. Dying leaves can attract pests or harbor mold, especially in humid environments. That is very true. And it keeps the plant looking fresh, aesthetic boost, and easier to spot new issues.
Well, Carol, I like that word. Aesthetic.
Aesthetic.
Got to have a good aesthetic
Is he calling you out, Keeks?
for that stuff.
Just be sure to use clean, sharp scissors and cut at the base of the stem or leaf, not halfway. Don't prune too many at once, no more than 20 to 30% of the plant. If the yellowing is spreading fast, it's a sign to check light, water, or root health too.
Look at that.
Look at that. Yeah. ChatGPT.
We're out of a job.
I'm
We're
a little
done.
bit scared. ChatGPT is a little bit smart here. It
Well,
really
nah,
hasn't
but
got.
It's like roundabout, whatever. Like
It really hasn't gotten anything wrong though. Like I wouldn't disagree with it, but
no,
we would
it's-
add to it.
Yeah, it would just be like, hold on. Let me get a little more information. Where ChatGPT is not gonna do that.
Aesthetic boost and clean flora. That's right, Lane. I agree.
And also though, like if you have fungus gnats and then you've got yellowing leaves and you're letting them fall down into the ground, remember, or into the pot, any of that dying, decaying matter, like all the bugs are gonna love it.
All right.
It's a party in there.
Do you want another multiple choice question, or
I want multiple choice.
or this two answer?
multiple
You want
choice.
multiple choice? Okay.
I like those better.
I will go back to the multiple choice questions. Okay. I know I had skipped one.
All right,
I
so
wanted to look at.
she's looking those up.
Okay.
If you haven't
Where's
already,
our peace lily?
please feel free to like this video.
Yes, please like
While
this
we're-
video
while
and
we're cruising along.
subscribe. We go live every Tuesday, usually at 5 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time, which is 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But today we went 30 minutes early. We try to let you know ahead of time. I tried to post on all the socials today to let you know earlier that we were going on earlier. So be sure to follow us on whatever social media platform you prefer, and you'll get that information. But generally, it's 5 o'clock Hawaii Standard Time, and we'll always post the Pacific Standard Time so you can figure out what time it is, because we do not partake in daylight savings, so things get a little confusing twice a year.
Yeah, we don't have a clue what's going on.
We don't know what time it is
time-wise.
anywhere else, but I do know what time it is right now.
It's sunny. That's what it is.
It is still sunny. Okay, so question 5, and it's probably almost our last question. We might have time for one more.
We're doing this peace lily,
We're doing this peace lily.
and this
So let
this
me
one has.
Get it ready for ChatGPT.
I've got my budget water globe that we used from last.
And to be honest with you, I don't think our peace lily has any of the following that we're about to talk about.
Check the water. Oh, it's like totally wet.
I was partaking while watching. Well, thank you for watching and hanging out with us and voting. It's been a really fun day today. Okay, so here's the next question. Sticking it into ChatGPT before I read it.
Oh, that one.
Don't let it struggle. No. Okay. Brown leaf tips on a peace lily. We've all seen it. I'm actually shocked that our peace lily is beautiful. What have you been doing, David? Not neglecting.
I've been putting it into ChatGPT and trying to figure out what to do.
Just ask ChatGPT. I know they're gonna kick us out. No. You come to us because we're fun. ChatGPT, meh, it's not that fun. It'll
No,
give you a direct answer though.
So we need one with brown tips. Is that what we need?
If you no, we don't need one with brown tips. We're just showing what a peace lily is.
This is a peace lily with a fancy water bottle.
Hold on, the military is above our house.
America's.
America is
Coming
above
over.
us. Okay, so brown leaf tips on a peace lily. Why are the tips of your peace lily turning brown? So this is going to be a why, and
So the tips, we're talking about the outer tips?
not necessarily an action. It's just going to try to determine.
Outer tips. So why is the outer tips
So I better make sure I put outer tips.
brown?
Why are the outer?
That's what you're saying, right?
Sure. Did I spell that right? Outer. Is
Yep,
it
that's outer.
outer tips of your pea slowly turning brown? Okay. A, too much sunlight. B, low humidity. C, overwatering. Or D, fertilizer burn. Oh, you do have a brown tip.
There's one.
There's one. Okay.
Those are my only options.
So too much sunlight. Yeah, this is the options that we got today.
Shucks, I
So-
might lose this one.
A, too much sunlight. B, low humidity. C, overwatering. Or D, fertilizer burn.
You sure the brown tip?
Yeah. Well, I said outer.
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 Because we're
brown
talking
tip.
the end.
Yeah, this part.
Okay.
Outer tip. Why are the outer tips of your pea slowly turning brown? Lane says A, too much sunlight.
I think it's a variegated variety. That's why it's brown and green. So they got brown tips, green interior,
No,
variegated.
no. This one has a bunch of brown tips, actually.
Yeah, over here on this
I
side.
was just giving you all this love, and I'm like, wait, take a closer look, and there's some issues.
Okay, so we got one vote for that.
Yeah, we got to vote for A.
While
too
it's
much
up here,
sunlight.
I'll hook it up a little bit.
You're gonna make it happy.
Yeah.
So this is actually an answer I wouldn't know.
What's that?
I wouldn't know. Like
You wouldn't
I
know.
personally would not know the answer to this, and I wouldn't even be able to really guess because I'm not that smart when it comes to this stuff.
Okay, I will start with this, and there's some variables here, but 80% of your plant problems come from the water.
Usually, yeah.
No, 80%.
Yeah.
So 80% of the time, I'm right all the time.
Oh my goodness.
name the movie.
Ron Burgundy.
Nice work.
Come on. Okay. So David is saying C then, overwatering.
Yes, and then I'll
I think we have it's going to be a lot of answers though.
I'm going to
So because
I'm
we
gonna go
also
with that.
didn't ask, we also didn't tell ChatGPT where our plant was.
yeah, like where is it?
We didn't tell ChatGPT any rule, like where do we live? None of that. It didn't even ask. It didn't ask.
Check out the
But it does give a
shine.
lot of options. It does actually talk about that.
Check
So
out the shine.
okay, so David said C, Lane says A, ChatGPT said B, low humidity.
Low humidity, huh?
So I don't think anybody's exactly wrong here. Nobody's wrong.
So I want to get into this. All right, so we said so
We have to investigate.
So too much sun. So the sun, because I think there's different colors of brown, and that's why that's not.
That's why
You're-
ChatGPT is.
So part of being good with the ChatGPT thing is you got to give the good prompt.
So I should have asked
So I
it.
think that we are all correct.
Yes, I think we are all correct. It
And
just depends on
the reason why is
brownness.
okay. So Lane said sunlight, right? So
Yeah,
the
too much
sun
sunlight.
burn on a
Leaf.
peace lily
Yeah.
is going to be a really dark brown color.
Which was one of the
Which
leaves that
would
you showed,
look-
like that.
No, but it wouldn't be only the tip though.
It would be like the whole
So
leaf.
just for this is what I'm saying. This is how I've grown a lot of these. So the brown tip wouldn't mean that too much sun necessarily, but you'd have brown here. So the prompt and what we're saying is could be two different things. But you'd have like a whole leaf that kind of goes brown, and that's where it got burnt. It's like a literal sunburn on it. So I would say that's correct. What did ChatGPT say? Not enough humidity.
So ChatGPT said low humidity.
Yeah.
Peace lilies are tropical plants that love humidity. Brown tips are often caused by dry air, especially common indoors with AC or heaters running. However, fertilizer burn, D, and overwatering C can also contribute, but low humidity is the most common culprit for just browning tips. Okay, let me know if you want a follow-up explanation.
So the brown tips. So I would say for us, because we're here.
Hold on,
and this plant is
you got some responses here.
outside.
Okay, so Lane says, I water mine all the time, but outdoor in 90-degree shade.
Yeah, because it's outside, right?
Yeah. So it's probably getting enough humidity,
I would say so.
but maybe could be getting too much sun, depending upon if the sun hits,
Well, if it's in the shade, then there's no
sun hit. Okay.
So here we can
But
put we can put
she's
these in the
not
full
having
sun.
any problems with the plants. So
No,
the
Shade.
environment that's being created for Lane's peace lily is happy.
Shane, lots of water, super happy.
And then Renee says, my peace lily got sad when I moved it from one room to another. I put it back and it's always happy. So Renee, what was the difference in the rooms that you're changing him from?
Yeah, we'll get that. And then, so remember we were talking about, I was saying like 80% of the problems are water. And that's why I said water, because sometimes I put plants where I forget about them. I'm like, oh, shoot, forgot about you. Peace lilies will usually tell you really quickly that they need water. Generally, they'll wilt and then say, hey, I need water. But then as a result of that, sometimes the outer tips will brown from not getting enough water. If you overwater them, so this is in general for most leaves, overwatering, you'll have the brown spots will be more in the middle. Not, it depends on the plant, but never on the outer tip. That's generally overwatering. Underwatering will be more like black spots throughout the leaf.
Lane says my blooms turn green. Is that normal?
So there's no indirect light there where your plant is. So it's normal if there's not enough indirect light. And have you fertilized them? Because they do like fertilizer. Mm-hmm. 2 follow-up questions.
Okay, Renee says she puts hers in an east window to a south window. No heat comes through my window, but the south window is sunnier. And it's happier in the south window?
No, her plant's probably happier in the east window.
In the east window.
It's because you went from like absolute shade, no sun really, except for the rising sun if you pulled back the blinds.
Lots of sun.
To like, it's getting sun all day.
Okay.
So I think you probably could have let it live there, but it would have needed to acclimate, and you know how to deal with that plant, like going through that stress process.
Yeah. Lane said very little direct light.
How much fertilizer? If you fertilized it at all, what have you used?
Because it's turning green. So turning it green is not normal.
I mean, I've had some turn green, but it's usually from those 2 things. Mm-hmm. So obviously they're happy there, so maybe don't give them any more
too much
light. But maybe you can, if you're not fertilizing, we'll wait for that in the chat. If you're not fertilizing, then I can recommend a slow release fertilizer to put on them.
Yeah.
So while we're waiting for that, I would just say, so Osmocote makes an extended release fertilizer, especially with micronutrients. Mm-hmm. It won't burn the plants, and it slowly breaks down with water. It's a really, really good fertilizer. We use it all the time. We have some other fertilizers, but they're natural and organic, but they work right away. So I usually always want to go with the extended release, no matter what.
Peace lily, yeah.
So I would, Lane, I would try that. Try to find. We have it on our website too. But if you want to find it locally, Osmocote extended release fertilizer. Mm-hmm. And then you just follow the directions. It's a game changer. We use it. All of our potted plants, everything we sell, all the stuff, it always all has that in it. Pretty much, well, except for the cactus and succulents, but everything else. Try that. Let me know next time you're on if that works.
Yeah, we'd love to know if you come back.
See if we can get a
change. Next couple lives. We'd love to hear about it. See if
Try
you
that.
See something different.
So peace lilies like fertilizer. Mm-hmm. In their growing season. So if it gets colder in the wintertime, not then, but right now is the time to do it.
You know, that was a lot of fun. I actually thought it was going to be a lot more wrong.
ChatGPT, dang it.
I was hoping it was going to be wrong because ChatGPT is literally taking over, and I don't like it. It's taking away creativity. Well, it's not taking away my creativity. I'm still going to create.
We can't plant our plants.
It really can't plant our plants, but it can take our job where people are going to want to just go to ChatGPT instead of go to us.
Well, they can't buy their plants.
If you like real people and real conversation, we're here for you.
But we have the plants and the things that it's going to say to recommend from us, and then we can hang out, play little games like this.
ChatGPT has no emotions. It doesn't know real plant love.
Say it funnier. Ha ha. Ha ha.
Right. But
Holy smokes.
if you guys like this segment and you want us to do it again, I will try to find um, just don't forget that you are smarter than your houseplants, at least most of the time. And if you ever need help or you're stuck on something and you just need to discuss it with somebody who's been playing with plants a lot, you can message us anytime or come on the live and ask us a question in the chat. And we hope to answer your questions, hopefully.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you like really quick, if you didn't like this video, please like it. Trying to grow and monetize the channel. We have fun doing it. We want to keep doing that.
Yeah.
And also subscribe to our channel. We got all kinds of tips, tricks, all things plants, and little funny tidbits along the way. So thank you for watching. I'm David.
And I'm Crystal.
And this is the Plant Bar. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Mahalo.
I'll turn it off.
Now we both have to, okay, I'll just stay here and entertain.
You can stay there and
we have to go around and push the off button.
we're fancy over here.
We're so fancy. But thanks guys for watching. Have a good week. Bye.